So hi again, Jacques for INKISH, and we are still at FESPA, and we're also obviously looking at some of the chemicals, the inks, and the other raw materials that are being used to make like performant inks to use on some of the inkjet systems and other systems used to make some good print work. So, and I'm here joined with Mr. Wu from Sitech, and you're one of the specialists that are working with and producing some of the best inks. So welcome on INKISH TV, first of all. And can you bring us a little bit up to speed what you do with your company, and what is, let's say, one of the major novelties or innovative products that you produce?
Okay, so I'm a chemist myself. So I've been making chemicals for the last 20 years.
Okay.
Yes, we produce more than just inkjet inks. We produce some other dye stuffs, some resins, but for the inkjet industry, we mainly focus on UV inkjet inks making. And since I'm a chemist myself, so we formulate inks based on our customers' requirements, and our target customers are printer makers, inkjet printer makers. Okay, and for inkjet print industry, there are a lot of different market segments, say label or packaging or advertising. So there are different requirements from different machine makers, and based on their needs, we can formulate different inks for them.
Well, that's interesting because, and also interesting for our viewers, because now we have the chance, at least everybody knows, okay, we put in a cartridge and we press a button and then we print. But basically, take us on an elevator pitch type of style through a process, because how does it come about? You have a machine manufacturer, he doesn't have his own ink lab, and then you get a phone call, and then what happens?
So say there's a new head's been released.
Right, new print heads, yeah?
Yeah. So, and we've been informed that we're going to produce inks for this particular print head. So either the machine maker would introduce the printer makers, print head makers to us, or we have to approach them ourselves to ask for testing kits.
Right.
So once we receive those test kits, we can analyze which raw material does not damage those particular testing kits. So we can come up with stable, unharmful inks for this particular print heads. And then, so since we have this different, say, hundreds of raw materials available that does not damage the print heads, then we can formulate based on, say, different applications.
Right. So is it correct to say that there's also a lot of trial and error involved?
Yes, that would be, yes.
Yes. And so you say you have to source, well, you have a lot of raw materials at your disposal, obviously. So the markets where you're most involved in now, is that like Chinese markets, Eastern markets, or is it also European or American companies that turn to you for solutions?
Since we are located in Taiwan and so close to China, so most of our customers are Chinese printer makers. Yes.
Okay, but I can hear that your English is very, very good. So have you been abroad somewhere to
actually
to learn about chemistry or inks?
No, I grew up in Australia.
Okay.
Yeah, and I learned my chemistry there, and also did my postgrad in Tokyo. So that's about it.
Absolutely. So is that also a market that you address, Australia, for example?
Well, Australia is such a small and divided, country. So the population is so scattered around. So it's. I mean, yes, we do have our inks being used in Australia, but that's through machine makers, through their channels.
So, and how we're here at FESPA in Germany, obviously. So how has it been for you until now?
Yeah, so far so good.
Yeah,
we
interesting. Have good contacts with some people.
we're meeting some potential customers, and we're just trying to catch up with some old customers.
Right. So moving into Europe then, as well. Okay. Well, we'll wish you all the best with that, and thank you for this little update.
All right,
Thank
you
you.
very much.
Best of
Thanks.
luck to you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye.